Welcome everyone. Blessings to all. I'm John, and I'm back here for another day of crypto trading. Let's take a look where the market is for Bitcoin. Today we're gonna do a bit more than just Bitcoin. I'm gonna take a few more coins and give you guys a look. I'll give everyone a nice view over how the market is going, what it's doing, what my predictions are. Keep in notice, these are my predictions. I do not 100% know what the market always does, but I keep it closely and I keep looking at it very much. So first of all, let's start off making some trend lines and some resistance and supports so that we know where the market is at this point and where it should be going. These are my trend lines for the next few weeks that I can see upwards. Now let's take a look where it's downwards gonna be. Okay, so that's about downwards and upwards. I think that's enough for this period of time. This will be the next range somewhere where we get head to. I've said this a few times already. Now we are at the key level, really, to see where we are going. We are now heading at this point. Here we did not have any difficulty going through it, but if we look back in time, here there was a small struggle to get through it upwards. We had a few days that was hitting this point. Maybe we can adjust it a bit lower to this area. We hit much more candles this way. Now let's take a look. This was zoomed out, so it's better to zoom in a bit to make sure that these lines are correctly. That one looks beautiful. This one too. This one maybe a bit lower. This one too. Somewhere here. Am I missing one? That should be about it. Now let's take a look where the next lines are hitting and where we are at this point. This line is beautifully put down to all those sevens. Like we can see, we just broke a support level. We had one here too, if you want to know. The smaller time frames we were up, down, up, down, up, down. We could have put in this one down here too, but this one is a bigger time frame. It's more adjustable. So we were in this time frame, we were hitting this part up, down, and now we just broke through this line. And if we want to be sure, we can draw this one here. Let's make this a different color so it's easier to see. These are my trend lines. Let's make them blue. Then we have one here too, which you can see higher. If you want to follow, you can see this beautiful now. I put the top, the top, the top, the top, and we have one here too, maybe a bit higher. This one a bit lower. Yeah, that should be it. Perfect. So we have top, 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 touch. So multiple touches. Here the same, 1, 2, almost 3, 4, maybe a bit higher this one, to make sure we have them all. Yeah, that should be about it. This is a beautiful column that we were trading inside, and we used to be trading on these levels too. Let's put these a different color, because these are low time frames. And this one was the previous high too. So we used to be trading the blue ones and the red ones. Let's close up so we don't get confused. So now here we have a beautiful drawing now from what the time is doing. You can see we have two trend lines that we were trading in upsides, but we also were trading sideways between these trend lines. So we had two different ones that we were doing, but normally lower higher lows, very small higher lows upwards is normally bullish diversion, and that means that we are going normally the different side, a different direction again. We have seen this time and time again. If we are going to watch backwards in time, we can see this here too, that this was happening. We had smaller higher highs, this was the same one here. We had a smaller higher high, fake breakout, and then we dropped again. So now we are not getting over the stop, so that's good. That means that we are getting a bit higher, because this is looking nicely. We went over it, but now we're struggling between these two columns here. We should get through it very soon. I know what the answer is. If we pass this one this evening and hit it back, that would be a beautiful retracement. But we also are retracing now these prior highs here. Let me draw a circle around it. We are already retesting this previous high. So if we close above this here, the yellow one, let me make it yellow. If you close above the yellow part, this resisting level at 23,800. If you close above that one this evening, then we are bullish upgoing, and then we are going straight away that way. So we will do something like this. If we stayed up here, go back and go up, something like that. Maybe my drawing is a bit off. So up, down, up, that's what I will see. And then we are going upwards, maybe a bit side, bit downwards again, bit up, bit down, bit up, like this. Till 27,000, somewhere around this range. And if we are not doing this and we are dropping this evening, because we still have 5 hours, and if we drop below this line again here, if we drop below that one, we are definitely going back to this prior high, definitely. So we have to be patient and see what the market brings us always. If you want to do a shorter term trade, that's also possible. This is the 12-hour candles. Now at this point we are looking at, oh, I'm still drawing. These candles look good and still perfect. This one looks better bullish. This one is still a bullish candle, especially because of the wick. This one is now a doji, so that's not as good, but I think, to be honest, that he will keep above it and continues going onwards, because there is no sign of any slow motion in the market. There is no sign of pulling back or anything, because this candle from 12 hours ago is a beautiful bullish candle. This one is too a beautiful bullish candle. So for me it looks very bullish at this point, so I would say that we are continuous going up, just because I can see what the candles are saying. This one I cannot say yet. Let's take a 4-hour frame and take a look. The 4-hour frame said, this one was a doji, said we could have a diverse direction change, this one too, but because this one is here too, and this one is the opposite, and he is in the direction where the market is going at this point, that means that this one has more power than those two together. So the market should normally continues going up, and that's what he's done here too. Now let's take a look. This candle is red, that's correctly, but it isn't a hanging man. Let's take a look what that candle says to us at this point, because that's a very big key level. And time again I go back to these. You will see this book very often with me, so that you can study it with me or remember what I mean by it. So this one is a dragonfly. A dragonfly illustrates above show us a perfect dragonfly. The long tail suggests that the forces of the supply and the demand are nearly in balance, and that the direction of the trend may be nearing a major turning point. See an example below. But this is a downward trend. The chart above the market is testing the previous support level that caused the strong rejection of this area. The formation of the dragonfly with the long lower tail shows us that there is a high buying pressure in this area. That's true. So there is a high buying pressure, but this is, like you can see here, a bullish candlestick. And we are in a higher part, so if this one closes up higher, but this one is a bit lower hanging, so this one has a bigger body. Let's take a look at that candle also. We have two types. Oh, we had this one too. Here. If I had it correctly. Take a 12-hour here. No, that's green, red, green. We did not. No, we did not. But this one still looks beautiful for me. I must say this is still a beautiful candle. This is a no direction candle, so this one has no sense, no meaning at this point of how he looks like this, and that means that we are continuous going upwards. So if we get some entry point around these higher levels, that would be beautiful. I did not take my entry yesterday, and it was way too high because I set just above this line. It was around 20,800, and I did not make it because look, it just nearly touched it. If you watch my movie from yesterday, I just missed it by an inch because I put it too low to the wick here. So next time I'll write that down on my diary today. Put it a bit higher, and this is the amount percentage. Let me count of the wick, about 1% above the wick. Let's put this in our diary. Note to ourselves. That's very important to see what you had done different and what you could have done different. So note to ourselves. Put entry 1%. Okay. So put 1% above the long wick on BTC on a retracement. On a retracement. Let's save this one. Okay. I also put last one was a good trade, but I put it my stop loss of my key profit a bit too high so that I didn't make it one. Let's put this in red so that I can see this one. on our retracements. Also this in red, that we can definitely see immediately what I meant. Oh, wrong text. If people are still anxious of taking an entry, this is possible to make an entry here. And I'm definitely gonna take a look at the 1 hour chart now, where I could put an entry. We had a doji, this is a bullish candle, we still have a half an hour. And if you take a look at the half an hours, they change a lot in direction, because the first 30 minutes this can be upwards, and then the next 30 minutes this can be downwards again to these prior high levels. It's what Bitcoin loves to do in a half hour. The first half hour go up, and the second half hour do the opposite of what he then done the first half hour. Also with the 4 hour candle, it's the same. The first 2 hours he can go perfectly up or down, and then do the opposite in the next 2 hours. It's very nice to see how he loves to do this. See what I meant? First 2 hours he went downwards, the second 2 hours he went upwards. Yeah, it's something that Bitcoin loves to do. It's to shake out the traders a bit more, or the people that are trading daily. You can make a lot of money by trading just daily if you have the patience and seeing what the candles would be doing. Because this was a beautiful candle, but it's not easy to find an entry point in these kind of candles, because there is no more reading really. There's no direction. It has no sense of it. It's not easy to read these candles. Why? Because they are on a too low time frame. From 4 hours, you can be sure it's quite accurate. How higher you go, how accurate it is. For a week, we still have 4 days. You can see this is already a very big candle. This is a candle from above to a high point 16%. So that's a huge candle. I hope people were taking entries here when I first said it on my community. I hope people are really doing this. If you're interested in lessons, let me know, people. I'm still open for people that want to educate on crypto or want to be educated in mindsets. Also, I do portfolio checks if you want to know how to get entries, how to keep your crypto safe for yourself. If you want to know how to enter a market, where to enter a market, I also help you with that. Just let me know by email. I'll try to put it in the description this time here of my movie, so that let me put it straight away into it. Here we go. We can also put it in the rest. So I just put my email into it, that you can all follow. You can also just give me a heads up, or just put it in the comments, give me a note, share this channel with other people. That would be very much grateful from you all. The more you share it, the better I get. The more people follow me, the longer I can do this for you. I do this unpaid, so I still need an income too for myself. So I have my crypto that's made my income, that's true, but still I like to keep my savings going upwards and don't like to see it going downwards. At this point we are going up, so that's good. But if you want an entry on my crypto channel on the Discord, you also just have to send me an email. I will put you into a link. Now this is a very beautiful entry. If this one stays above here, we are definitely going upwards to the prior high levels, like to here 26, 25,000. We are going to the next stage for me. Why do I say this? Because I just see it in the charts. It looks beautiful. Even this one looks beautiful. I cannot say we are going any other direction at this point. Let's take a look at Ethereum, what Ethereum is doing, because a lot of people love this one too. We had a small red candle for an entry point, but that's not enough to say we are heading to the different direction yet. It's too big for a doji. Doji is something like this. Let's put some lines that I can see what I'm talking about, because we headed way above our previous high. Put some trends into it, otherwise I cannot see what we are doing or what we are going to hit. Okay, here is one. Here or here. This is a previous high. And then that one. Okay, I think this would be enough for now. Let's zoom in a bit that we can see what we are going to. Okay, now you can see we were hitting around these levels here. This was an up or down. Oh, they're all, I did see. Let's make this one white so that we know that these are big time frames. Yeah, the colors that you do on your own maps, you can all do that by yourself. I'm just showing you what I see at the short term for this cryptocurrency. For me, we are now, that's a good question. We are hitting a point here. That's not an easy one to pass. It's 1570, so that's a bit psychological level. 1500. Yeah. If you are as Bitcoin continues to go up, we should be able to hit at least 1700. That means that we made 100% income. 88. So that's quite beautiful to see. It looks very nice at this point. An entry can be made around these key levels here, or if we continues to go up, we will rebound into it here, or you can wait until we are at this level and short the way back down, because I do not see us go way to the above 2000. I definitely do not see us go above 2000. We are still in a bearish market, people, so remember that. It's not because we just diverted a bit that we are not still in a bearish market. Why are we in a bearish market? Because the money printing is still going on. Oh, and by the way, people, if you are now in profit from 2020, if you started here somewhere and to enter, remember that if you are still just a few pennies in profit or almost at the same level when you enter it, that you are in a loss at this point, because everything, the prices has gone up for at least 50%. And it's not because the price is going up, it's because the deflation, inflationary of the money. Everybody knows it. And if you do not know it, please go study for yourself a bit around what money is and what money does at this point. Money is a Ponzi scheme. And if you don't think so, you really have to take a look at it, because I find it very much a Ponzi scheme. Especially because they can print it like they want to, and there is no government that can stop them, because they are sovereign and they stand above the law. You can look it up if you want to. It's very special to see. And by the way too, let's take a look what the euro is at this point, because we are working with euro, and I find it very important that you also see this one. Euro USD, yeah, it doesn't matter really which one it is, but if you can see, the euro went below the dollar at a certain point of this thing. Now we are a bit above again, so we rose almost 3% in a few days, and that's huge for the euro and dollar to divert by each other. If you can look back in 20, where we still were with the euro. Okay, You cannot see much of a time frame on this one. Let's take a look if you have something else. Yep, it's map. A bit longer time frame so that you can see what I mean. Let's take a few weeks instead of days. Look, we are heading at this point. The euro has never been this low, almost ever, in comparison of the dollar in the time frame that I have, and that's until 2017. We have just a few hits here, but never been under it like this. And this is quite a time now, because these are just wicks putting it under it. Here we are with candles under that, and that means that the euro is really losing pressure against the dollar. And why is that? Because the dollar is being printed more, and that means that the euro cannot survive, because the euro is way less worthy than the dollar. You do all have to know that, because dollar is the money that's being used everywhere, and the euro is not. And we are in a beautiful column here, by the way. That's why I'm drawing. This is a beautiful column, like you can see, and he is just sliding it down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. If we cannot get out of this column or get above this line, that means that we are continuously just going down this road. That means that the euro could be worth in the next 6 to 8 months. Yeah, if we take it from now to January, that means that the euro could be worth 4 or 5%, even less. Again, that means that we are around 59 cents. You can see this going upwards, so that means that we could be in 24 by January 24, yeah, around 78 cents if he keeps continuously going down this trend line. And for me, that will happen. The euro and the dollar will fall away sometimes, someday. I cannot say which time or which day exactly, but it will fall away very soon. And for me, it will happen before between now and 8 years at least. Okay, 8 years can be long for some people, but if you know that you are losing buying power every day, you can see how much you lost buying power from January 8th. So if we are with the euro, we lost 20% buying power to comparison of the dollar. So if you put your money here into dollars, you would have been 20% richer in comparison to the euro, that means. But if you look at the USD itself, the index, I don't know, this is nothing to do with crypto, but it's very important that you know this. And why should you know this? Because the money printing has been huge. I do not see it straight away. I'll put it up for tomorrow. I'll take a look. Back to Ethereum, by the way. So we were here, and I was taking a look where we are heading up to the short term. The short term, we are making, for me, a retest to this key level 1411, and then continues going upwards to 1600. Why do I say this? Because we never go up in a straight line. We always do retests. Maybe you already done it in a 12-hour candle. I did not take a look yet. No, we did not take a retest here. We did do halfway. We did not test one. This is a doji, so this one showed us that we were going different direction. Then it can happen that we take 2 more candles upwards and then take this one back to here and then continues to go upwards. We never go up in a straight line. We never do that. So keep that in mind. The 4-hour candles, let's take a look what it does here. Yeah. A bit of a buying pressure here still going on. This one is not looking... for me, yeah. I think we were doing this. We're going to take a short to here and then we are going upwards. That's what I predict for Ethereum at this point. So for people that want to take an entry around these key levels here, 1430 somewhere, would be a nice entry level. From a bit above, from 1400 or 1500 maybe, around that level till 1400, that would be a nice entry point for continuous going upwards. Gala, I know not a lot of people are trading this one, but I do love them. Why? I love the game coins because this will be the next generation of the money. If you want to know where to invest in before the next bull run, do it in game coins, people. Take your initial money, take a look at game coins. They will be the next big bulls. They will be the ones that get into the billions by the next bull run. That means that we have plenty of time still. We still have a year to pre-invest in them. But if you do this at the pre-levels, I would wait now a bit because we just are going upwards now. I would wait until Bitcoin drops a bit, then you will see the game coins like Gala just take a bit behind them, going a bit upwards, and afterwards they are dropping too. But if Bitcoin drops like 5-6% again, these drop 20 to 40% again, and we are not putting money into something that we will drop 40%. See this drop. Bitcoin went up 16%, this went up like hell more. And if we can take a look from the lower part, that was down here, he went up 39%. So you can see that's a beautiful and a beautiful candle and a very beautiful profit also that we can take. But they will drop again to pre-high levels, I think 4 to 2 cents, I think even this coin can go. Because we are not getting through these higher levels here. If we are not hitting above them, that means that we are coming back to the pre-high levels, that's here. We should hit back to 5 cents and then maybe go over it. If we do not break this trend line here, let's make this one yellow, that's a trend line. If we do not break through this one, that means that we are good to go, that we are continuous going upwards before we are going back the other direction. If you have any pointers that you want to tell me, if you have an opinion about the market, you can also let me know. I'm gonna keep it short for today because I'm not feeling that good today. That can happen for me too. The weather is completely changed here, and I've been having a headache for the last, I must say, at least 4 or 5 days, even longer I guess. And I still do it because I want to keep you informed about what the market does every day, and you can keep a look at it every day too. Let me take a look if somebody chatted something. No chats at this point. Oh, I'm offline, it seems to be. Let's take a look. Oh, why am I offline? Am I offline? No, I'm still online. Okay, I thought I was offline. Seems that I'm still online, that's good. I was following and it seems that my chat went off of my... Oh, that's strange. Why am I then offline on my phone? Just a second, people, I'm taking a look at my phone. So that I can enter. Because it seems that I cannot see the chat anymore at this point. I think they don't want me to send this out. I'm giving too much good information for people. Okay, I'm back online. Happy that I'm still online with everybody. Ooh, I had a few visitors today. I'm happy for that too. If you keep going up, the universe will help me too. Please share my channel also with people that like to learn how to trade. I always give new pointers for everyone. At this point, I will not trade today because I'm not feeling good, and like I always said, it's a mental game. It's a mindset game, and if you are off your own game, don't try to trade or do anything in the market because it will only not help you at all. From tomorrow, I will be online live streaming much longer. I will be sooner too. By the evening, it will be already online because I have another appointment that I have to do, so it will be sooner instead of later this time. But for the rest of the evening, I bless you all. I wish you all the best. Be healthy, cherish the things that you have, and start investing now into crypto. This will help you gain you a lot of money in the future. By the time it's 2024, we have definitely will be in a new bull run, and then we will have a nice heading up again. 2024 is not long from now. If you can see it here, we are already 22, halfway, so that means only a year from now. We are 23, a year and a half from now, and we are back in a bull run. We will see a few lowers. For now, this will be going to this level. This drawing is insane, I must say. We will go to these levels here again, and that will be for our next lookout, where we will have to go for to enter the market. We were on this chart. That's even better for you guys to see. So we're now here. This we had here too. This column we will go through. I think we will hit pre or higher levels here somewhere. So for an ending point, we will take profit here or here. These were the two levels where we have to go to it for the next one. If we stay above this level, we will retest it on this blue one and go this way. My entry will be ready this morning. When we enter above this one for this evening, I will put an entry here because we are now Wednesday, and Wednesday is a good day to see where the market is heading for the next few days. Also, the last time we had this was last year, but last year we were still in the bull run. Remember that one. Last year we were around these levels here. June, July 7th, 12th, 21, 19. So we were in the green candles here, we can see here, and we had a nice run upwards last year, around 68%. We will have this one again here, I guess, and this will be ending around 28 to 31. I will keep reminding to these key levels. Much more I do not have to say about the market here for these times because there isn't much otherwise to say. If you want me to take a look at different coins, just leave a comment below. I much appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up too. That would also help me get in the algorithm higher and faster to let people know how to trade. Enjoy all the evening, be blessed, and give the ones that you love a big hug, because you never know that you can't do it anymore, or that will help you get better in life for yourself. Giving love, make sure that you get love, and that's the best thing that you can do in life. Be happy always, always look it for a cheerful way, because my life ain't always going cheerful too. But if you can't do it something today, change it tomorrow. Be blessed, and I'm out for today. Ciao.